Hi everyone, Mike Riley here with some more information about financial planning. And I've been getting a lot of questions lately about how much should I be saving for retirement. And there's no right answer to that as one would expect. But what I wanted to emphasize, and I do this with clients, is the importance of starting early. Now, for many people watching, I know that you're younger than I am. And when I was your age, I didn't think that much about planning for retirement because there was lots of time. But I'm going to take you through a couple of quick questions, and maybe you'll see why it is so important to get started early. So, big fan of the graphs, and on here we on this axis is the amount of assets that you've accumulated, and on this axis here is your age. So the first thing to be aware of, if you're 30 now and you're planning to retire at age 65 and you are likely to live until age 95, that's you've got 35 years here to save for 30 years of retirement. And hopefully you haven't run out of money by the time that you die. And all things being equal, this is what most people expect, that they already have some assets and they're going to work hard and they're going to save up to age 30 or age 65, and then they're going to start to spend their money on the way down. Now, generally, that's just not the way it works. And why is that? Well, because you want to live. There are going to be some life events that come along here. So maybe you get married and have a honeymoon. So now we've used up some of our assets and we start to save and save and save along again. And then maybe you buy a house and you use up some more of these assets. And you start to save and save and save and save and save again. And then a child comes along and you got to start saving, putting some money aside for their education. And this sawtooth pattern continues along. Maybe you start a business which requires an investment and use up more savings there. And the farther along that this sawtooth pattern happens, the farther away from the goal we get by the time we're 65. So what happens then? Well, maybe you need to work a little bit longer and push it out to 65. Or maybe you hope that you die sooner and don't need as much money in retirement. Or maybe you have to reduce your goal. So what I hope you get out of this is the earlier you start, the better. Not just saying, well, I've got 35 years left to last 30 years, but in those 35 years, there are going to be a number of events that come along that are going to eat away at your savings. Not that that's bad, but we need to plan for it. So let's get started early. Let's be aggressive in what we're putting away so that that goal is actually attainable by the time you want it to be. Any questions? I'm thrilled to receive them from you and always happy to answer them. So it's Mike Riley, Freedom 55 Financial, helping you gain altitude and gain confidence.